Hello everyone, welcome back to our Pikimov tutorial series. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to animate some of the elements on your canvas, and we are going to start right now by adding some items. All right, we got them on the downloads, and we are going to select them all. Perfect. Now, as you can see, we've got quite a few elements. We are going to change the background color to make it matching. Perfect. Now we have, a little composition here. We've got the clouds, we've got the sun, and we've got this flower. Now I want to create some sort of, animated feature video. And now we are just going to change the order of the layers. You can just take these three little dots and drag them however you want. We are going to put the flower on top, of course, and everything else is basically set. Now, what we are going to do is probably just apply some animation to the various elements. I am going to apply to the clouds first. So I'm going to put the clouds away here first. This is the first frame we are on, and I'm going to click on this little clock in order to animate the position. We can also, set the keyframe to another point. This little dot that I'm moving is the keyframe. And here I am going to put the last keyframe here, add another one. As you can see here, it created the second keyframe, and the second keyframe is going to be the cloud moving right in the middle. All right. And as we can see, it created the animation automatically. So each animation has its own path. And what you can do is you can toggle the graph editor right here. And as you can see here, it's slow at the beginning, then it starts getting faster in the middle, and then it slows down again. You can, of course, edit everything about this graph. You can make it very fast at the beginning and then very slow at the end. Let's see it. As you can see here, or you can do the exact opposite, of course. You can make it very fast at the end and very slow at the beginning. I'm going to make it slow. You can also add some sort of rebound to the animation. And how do you add rebound? You basically do this. You take this little dot and you do this little effect here, as you can see, and it's going to, make a little rebound. Of course, this is quite a bit exaggerated and do not want it to be this, bad. But you can also do that. You can build some anticipation in your animation. And of course, you need to regulate it the best way you can. You can also add more keyframes, more points in which you want the animation to be regulated, of course. And let's go back now to the regular timeline. And as we can see here, we can set it back again. And edit everything again. If we click here, we can edit the keyframe again. And with respect to the graph that we edited earlier, now you're gonna want to apply this to every frame that has an animation. You can animate the position here again, and you are going to choose the frames that you are interested in editing. And you're going to add a new keyframe here. So you select the first keyframe, set the initial position, which we are going to put above the sun. All right. Here we have the initial position. Then the final position will be outside of our main window. Perfect. And now we can see the effect of the animation. Now there's another thing that we can animate, which is the rotation. We are going to make the sun rotate. And of course, in order to do that, we need to animate the rotation. All right, now there's a little keyframe. And here's the last frame. We are going to add another keyframe here so that the animation effectively toggles. And we are going to set the rotation now. I'm going to keep it in the middle, more or less. Now let's see what it does. All right, now that the sun is animated, we can probably also animate this little flower right here that we have. Perfect. We are going to do some sort of zoom in, so we are going to edit the scale. I'm going to animate the scale, add a keyframe here, add a keyframe here, more or less. We do not need to, toggle each frame. And we are just going to size it up here. And then we can see the magic is happening. Of course, we need to set a good position for the last keyframe, or else it's just gonna be, scale. In order to make a better effect, we also need to animate the position, of course. So we are going to animate them both. So this is the position keyframe. No, this is the position keyframe, I believe. Should be. It's a little confusing at first. And we are going to put it here. Yes, these are the position keyframes. We are going to delete this also. We can choose the easing. There's some presets aside from the custom one we already did. We have quadratic in out, linear, cubic in, cubic out, and static. All right, but right now we are going to, set this keyframe to something that we can actually regulate. Let's see how it is. Now, of course, the easing isn't quite what we imagined, so we are going to edit it again. And I'm going to choose linear for this one as well. Let's see how it is. Perfect. This is almost the effect I wanted to obtain. Now we can see if we can apply some cute effects on this. I am going to choose the blur effect so that I can basically animate the effect. We are going to heighten it a bit. And of course, we are going to animate the size of the blur as well. We have the first keyframe, which I believe is this one. Yes, because it's the only one with only one little dot. And at first, the size is very high. Then I'm going to make it very, very low at the end. A little bit before the end, though. I'm going to add a new frame. And then I am just gonna make it so. Okay, so right now it isn't visible. I'm going to make it visible. And the blur, I'm going to adjust it here. And I'm gonna set it to 0 so that the effect is also animated. Perfect. We can now add, a few more effects here if we want. We have the outline, the turbulent displacement, and so on. We've got so many. We also got the chroma key, which is useful. We got the bend tool, which will be useful when we do 3D stuff. We have the corner pin, which is useful for creating some sort of, perspective. We can crop the edges. and so on. There's really a lot of them. Got the kaleidoscope and so on. Perfect. I think we're done with the effects. Now, if we want, we can add fade in or fade out. And the next thing we want to do is project, add a new composition. We are going to choose 2D, Full HD, the same as before. We want to make it last 5 seconds, so this one. And we're going to drag the first composition into the next one, like this. And so we have the first composition as a video here. As you see here we can see it in full, and we can add an effect to the whole thing. So we can choose to animate anything we want. Right now, I really want to add a fade in from black. So we're going to add an item, and I'm going to add a rectangle right here. I'm going to make it as big as canvas, or maybe even a little bigger. Doesn't really matter right now. Perfect. I'm going to set the color to black. Why is it changing? I set it to black. It does take a while, but we can absolutely animate the opacity right here. We can toggle the opacity. Okay, it's set automatically, and we can do a nice fade in. I'm going to add another keyframe, and here we can set the opacity from 100 to 0. All right, let's see how it is. Perfect. And of course, this can be done with any color we want. We can also animate the speed, we can smoothen the corners, everything we have seen in the last video. And we can also apply some blending modes to the whole thing. This is useful for editing animations together. Maybe if you have drawn the assets on another app, we have a few tutorials on how to do that. You can move them onto Pikimov and edit everything together to make it a better work. So this is basically everything for, animating all these elements. As you can see, it's really easy, just takes a bit of tinkering with the program. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.